Watch out for me, I'm about to glow.
Welcome back, Simply Loves. So today we're making a homemade chicken pie pie. So the ingredients that you will need for this is very easy, very simple. So you're gonna need 3 potatoes, butter, a small package of chicken breast, or you can get a rotisserie chicken, either one. Also, frozen mixed vegetables, salt, a pan, because the chicken breast is going to go in here, and I'm going to put it in the oven in a second. Also, you need a can of mushroom soup, a can of chicken, cream and chicken soup, seasoning. So you need some parsley. That's going to go in at the end when we finish, before we dip it. Put it inside the, not dip it, before we put it inside the pie crust, you need some deep dish pie crusts. You will be using both of them. And that's pretty much it. And let's get started. Welcome back. All right, so we're going to first thing, because it's going to take the longest, we're going to put our chicken breast in. I'm going to open this up and put it in the pan, and then we're going to put it in the oven. The oven is already set to 350. And I'm going to put this butter. It's like, it's almost a whole stick of butter, but I think I used 1 tablespoon of it before. So remaining, what would that be, like 1 1/3 cup of butter inside the pan with the chicken breast, because you don't want the skin to be hard at the top. You just want it to be nice and easy to cut. All right, so let's just get started before I start rambling and then time being wasted and all extra stuff. Let me grab a knife. We're just gonna open this up, put it on the pan. It's 4 that comes in here. They're really, really small. Make it as big as your household. We only make it 1 today, but if you have a bigger household, I'm pretty sure this 1 pan could feed up to 4 people, but if you have a bigger household than 4, then obviously you're gonna need 2 pot pies, chicken pot pies. All right. So I'm going to season the chicken as well. I'm going to just put this butter right in the middle, just like this. You guys can see it, just like this. And then I'm just going to season it. I'll put some salt and pepper. Y'all, I'm so addicted to this crushed pepper right now. It's the thing. It's the thing. I like it a lot. I'm gonna put a little more salt on here. I ain't even put none, y'all. Put a little bit more. And then you want to also be checking on the chicken breast and flipping it over, because like I said, you do not want the top skin part to be hard. So I'm gonna just crush some pepper on here. All the measurements and everything that I will be using for this chicken pot pie, of course, will be in the description box below. So, yeah. We'll put a little bit more. All right. So, Mrs.Bash, just a little bit. You want the chicken to be good when you eat it in the pot pie, like, ooh-wee, ooh-wee. Because you put so many dry herbs on here, like I said, I'm going to continue to say, make sure you are flipping it, because it will get hard with these dry herbs on there. So I'm going to put this in the oven, because like I said, this takes the longest time. And then I'm going to come back to you guys, and we're going to start cutting up the potatoes. And we're going to put the potatoes on. It should only take about 10 to 12 minutes while we are, while the chicken breast is almost done. So we're not going to put the potatoes on until the chicken breast is almost done. So I'll be back to you guys with that. Alright guys, while the chicken breast continue to cook, it's almost done. We're going to cut up our potatoes. I'm going to be using this chopper for my potato and also my onion. I think I made a mistake. You're going to need 2 cans of cream and chicken soup and 1 can of cream and mushroom soup. So that was my mistake, guys. Alright, so we're going to cut these potatoes off. First, we're going to skin them, and then we're going to put them in here for them to get chopped all the way up. Y'all, I really like this thing. It's so convenient. Super convenient. Super glooper convenient, y'all. I like it a lot. I don't gotta worry about cutting up no onions. Unless I make like a salad or something. Now all the potatoes is cut up. I only use 2 potatoes and half of onion. And well, 2 halves of the onion. I didn't use because I had a really huge onion, so I just used 2 halves of it, both sides of it. And I only use 2 potatoes instead of 3. So I'm gonna just chop this one up. Convenient. I'm gonna do the second one. Then we're gonna cut this one up as well. Like I said, the potatoes not gonna take no longer than about 12 minutes. You just want them to soften up because you don't want to just put it inside the pot pie and think that it's gonna cook down. They're gonna be some hard potatoes. So you just want them to cook down a little bit. Then you're gonna add it until the rest of the pot pie when they soften up a little bit. Because they're gonna cook a little bit in the pot pie, but not as much as you would need them to for them not to be as hard. The potatoes is now officially cut. This thing is like, ooh, this thing is amazing. Look at them. With no hard effort, guys. Look at these little perfect. Okay, so we'll do the same exact thing for the onions. I'm going to put the potatoes on. I'm going to put the potatoes on. And then the chicken breast is almost done. I'm going to cut the chicken breast up into little small cubes just like the potatoes, just like this. I don't know if you guys can see, just like the potatoes. We're gonna cut them up just as small, and then we're gonna start. I'm gonna meet you guys at the stove so we can start making our chicken pot pie. All right, guys. So we're gonna get started making our pot pie. So the first thing we want to do is put 2 tablespoons of olive oil in. I ain't gonna measure, I'm just gonna put some in. All right. Put a little bit more. All right. Once you put that in, you wanna make sure your pot or whatever you are using is getting warm before you put the onions in. The first thing is gonna be the onions. Okay, right here, you're gonna put those in. You're gonna let those cook for a second. We're gonna put some salt and pepper in, and we'll let those cook, and then we're gonna add the rest of our ingredients. So while the pot is getting hot, you can put it in right now if you choose to, or you can wait. We're just gonna put ours in. So make sure your onions is diced this small. I normally buy onions diced. I think they be having them diced at Pick and Save or Walmart for like $2 or $3. I normally take it that way, but Lovey got me this dicer, y'all, and I'm excited. So some salt and pepper on the onions. Don't put too much salt because obviously onions already has some salt on them. Some crushed pepper. You can put regular pepper. Y'all just know, like I told y'all, I really like this pepper. So then you want to just let them cook in for a second. Not for literally a second, but until they saute before you add the meat, the veggies, and the cream soups. So when these cook down a little bit, guys, then I'm going to come back to you guys. Then we're going to add the chicken. Oh, by the way, I'm sorry. The potatoes is already on. They in this pot. I put a little bit of salt in them as well. And I let the pot boil before I put the potatoes in. You're gonna let the potatoes bake. I'm sorry, not bake. You're gonna let the potatoes boil until 12 to 15 minutes. That's how long you're gonna let them bake. And before you put them inside this pot, that's where the pot pie will be made in. So, like I said, I'm gonna come back. I just wanted to let you guys know that the potatoes are on, and there's gonna be some steps before we get to the potatoes. I'm gonna have to drain them and everything. So, I just want to make sure before you start cooking, you put your potatoes on, because it's gonna take them a little time, because they potatoes. It's gonna take a little bit more time to cook them down before you put them in here. Now that the onions is cooking down, you want to now add your chicken. This is the chicken. It's diced up, really small, nice little small pieces. I'm gonna add your chicken in. I gotta be careful. Whoop, 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 whoop. I'm missing all my chicken. Oh my God. Maybe I should just pick it up. Alright. So put your chicken in. You wanna mix everything you put in up before you just put the next ingredient. Put them in. You can season your chicken, but I seasoned the chicken before I put it inside the oven. So I'm not going to add any more seasoning to it until everything else is completely in. Then I'm going to season everything. But as for the chicken, it's already seasoned. It tastes really good. Only thing I said, make sure that you continue to flip it and check on it while it's in the oven. And add more butter in the pan if you need to, so it don't be hard on any sides. So now we're going to add a bag and a bag and a half inside the pan of frozen veggies. I'm sorry, I'm just saying a bag. So like I said, one bag, and then we're going to do a bag and a half. Just put them in just like this. Mix this one up. You want to put the other bag in, but only a half of it. We still have this much left. So you're going to let the veggies cook down a little bit, and then we're going to start adding our soups in. Turn your heat down to low before you add any of your chicken soup. I mean, any of your soups, not just chicken soup, any of your soups. And because we're going to add some more stuff, and then the potatoes should be almost done. I've been in the water for about 5 minutes, 5 to 6 minutes, I believe so. So they should be almost ready. Now you're going to cook everything on low heat. There is no rush in cooking this dish. So like I said, it's on low heat. So now we're going to just add our soups in now. So that's one. That was the chicken. We'll put the chicken in. And then we'll put the second can in. Alright. Mix it all up, guys. Mix it all up. Okay. Then we're going to add the cream and mushroom. That one just lay it right out, huh? Alright, you want to mix this up. Low heat, guys, low heat. Let this cook in for about 3 to 4 minutes. And then you're going to put in your heavy cream, whipped cream. And then you want to check all the seasonings before. We're going to drain these potatoes before you put the potatoes in. You want to check the seasonings, and you want to put the potatoes in, then check all seasoning, and then add any additional seasoning you would like, because then this is pretty much it with the pot pie. You want to put the potatoes in, then season it, and then I'm going to meet you guys back at the table when I add the potatoes and the seasoning in. So you want to keep on cooking this. I'm going to put the heavy cream in about 3 or 4 minutes. Let this cook in. I'll be back. All right, guys. So the potatoes has been drained. They are done. Like I said, about 12 to 15 minutes. You want to just pick one up and see if it actually easily breaks. Now we're going to add 4 tablespoons. Let me get my measuring cup. 4 tablespoons of heavy cream. So we're going to just do our 4. There we go. And now you put the potatoes in. You want to mix this heavy cream in first. And then our potatoes, here they go. You guys here. Here they go. Put them in. Want to mix everything up. You want to put 1 tablespoon of butter. And then mix everything up. Like I said, your heat should be on low. No rush, guys. We got some time. If you want it to taste good, you got some time. Let's see what we need. See, it's good like this. But like I said, I'm going to add a little more seasonings in it, because you want it to be like, whoa, when you eat it, like, what? So this is probably 1 tablespoon, or 1 teaspoon, I mean. Sorry, add too much. And then some crushed pepper. All right, mix. All right, some salt, sea salt, just a little bit. You don't need a lot, just a little bit. It's totally up to your preference, what you see fit that you need in your pot pie. And now I'm gonna add some parsley. Mix this up. All right, want to taste it one more time, and then if it's good to you, you're gonna turn the heat off. You're gonna let this sit until it cools down. You do not want to put this the pot pie stuffing inside the pie crust while it's hot. You want to let it cool down a little bit, okay? So when it cool down a little bit, I'm gonna come back to you guys, and then we're gonna make it all up on the table, okay? Guys, so now we're gonna make our pot pie. So you want to make sure you open up your deep dish. Make sure it's not frozen at all. You're gonna end up using both of them. Okay. Oh, be careful, be careful, be careful. Okay. So you want to put the pot pie, stuffing, whatever, inside the first one, inside of the deep dish. Ooh. All right, that'll probably be enough. It tastes so good, y'all. Listen, listen. Listen. All right, you can add a little bit more. I made a lot. I can make, with this, I still have a lot left. I could easily make 2. Love you finna be like, look at us, wasting food. But listen, I ain't know it's gonna be this much. I ain't know. I'll probably just freeze this, and once you want another pie, just unthaw it. Okay. So, this is how it's looking so far. I'm gonna put it in the camera so you guys can see. Just like this. All right. So now that we have that done, this is how much we have left, y'all. This is what it will be getting froze. This what's left. And once you want a pie again, we're gonna warm this up. Okay? And so get a crack, 1 egg. 1 egg, and then we're gonna crack it open. It's gonna go on the top of the other pie. Deep fried pie crust, whatever. Make sure to know. I think I put a little shell in it. Get it out, get it out. All right. And then you wanna just do like this. If you don't have one of these, obviously you can use a fork. Mix it all up. Just like this. So now you're gonna take this one, the second part, the second one. It's too much light. Okay. So you're gonna take the second one, you're gonna turn it upside down. Just like this. And you wanna pull it up like this on each side. Don't rush it. Don't try to just hurry up and pull it down. Take your time. Like I said, there's no rush. Just gonna keep on pulling it down. You got everything. This is why it's important to make sure it's completely unthawed. All right, you see it's coming out. We'll just put that right on top. Just like this. I know y'all probably like, this look crazy, but listen, it's gonna taste amazing. So I'm gonna put this to the side. So it looks like this so far. And you just wanna take some of this additional off. Like that. And just pinch the sides together. Then you want to grab a fork, and then you're going to fork the sides together as well. That sounds funny. Make sure they smash completely down together. So like I said, you want to make sure that you do make this while the stuffing inside of the pie crust, that's going to go in, I'm sorry, not the pie crust, that's going to go in the chicken pie. You want to make sure it's cool, because if you're doing it while this is hot, it's going to be melting and acting crazy, and don't nobody got time for that. So Now you're gonna grab I'm gonna grab a fork and I'm gonna pinch the sides together. So here's the fork, and you just want to take it and just do like this. Too much light on this. Here's light so y'all can see. Or maybe it's this light. So yeah. Alright, that's better. So you guys can see a little bit more. Alright. It's almost ready, y'all, to go in the oven. You're going to let it bake for like 20 minutes. Because you want the bottom part to cook and this top part to cook as well. Alright. So this is how it's looking all the way around before we put it in the oven. So we're going, before you put it in the oven, now we're going to take our egg white, that one egg that we yolked together, and you're gonna just put it all over so it could be nice and crispy. Definitely put enough on your edges, because Popeyes with the crust on the edges and they crisp, it'd be just so delicious. So take your time, no rush, no rush. When I first started really cooking, I used to rush and I used to be like, man, this don't really taste good. And I used to, you didn't want to eat it, I'm gonna give you some fast food. But when I learned to just take your time, you ain't got no time to be in the kitchen cooking, you shouldn't be cooking. Take your time. I try to make sure all the recipes is really simple and quick. This one's a little bit more work, but it's super easy. Super duper easy. So I'm gonna put them all the way around the yolk. Yep, just like this. And like I said, we're gonna put this in the oven for 20 to 30 minutes. And this is how it's looking before it goes in the oven, guys. All right. I'll be back to you guys with the final, or not the final, I'm sorry, with the finished product. I'll be back to you guys with the finished product. All right, guys, this is the finished product. Let me try to pick it up. It's a little hot. I try to let it cool down before I cut into it. But let me let you guys see. This is how it should look. Like I said, I let it bake for 20 minutes. You want it to look just like this. Just like this. It looked like an actual pie, don't it? Yeah. All right, guys, let's cut into it. It ain't nothing but to do it. Still high, y'all see that steam? Ooh, y'all see that? Delicious. All right, guys. This is just a little piece broken off. Yes. As always, thank you guys for watching this video. Please comment down below if this recipe was very helpful. Let me know what you put inside your chicken pot pie or what you add inside your beef pot pie. Let me know if this was something that you will be doing with your families. And as always, share this video. Please subscribe, turn the notification button on so you don't miss another video. As always, like I said again, thank you. Bye.